Hello, Darksiders. I hope everyone's doing well today. I want to take a moment and talk about something a little bit more personal. Um, Honestly, I think it's something that may not be said a lot. I mean, I know there's channels and organizations that dedicate themselves to this, but I just want to share my experience about this. So, a little bit of history about me is I have been serving in the Army for almost, God, 8 years. And let me tell you, it has been a long 8 years. Whew. And in that time frame, I've missed out on a lot of stuff. I mean, my girls, I only saw them like 2 times a year at best, and every time I saw them, it was almost like watching a Pokemon evolve. They were always a little bit bigger, there was always something new. I mean, you missed out on birthdays, holidays. I missed out on my family. I mean, what could I do? I was stationed halfway across the country, and then I was stationed overseas for like a year. So, I couldn't help that. But, that's the price I paid when I signed that contract and I walked into that recruiting station. And, a lot of veterans and service members, they truly do sacrifice a lot. I mean, some people give the ultimate sacrifice and they die fighting. Others lose limbs. Others get diseases like PTSD. But the most common sacrifices that I believe is overlooked is the fact that we give up. We give up our lives. Like we give up our lives at home. Instead of like going to college or going to school and getting an education, we're strapped with battle armor and a rifle and we go train. Or in some cases, we go to war. We leave our families behind. We leave our home behind. That we legit leave a life behind. And sometimes coming back to that life is very difficult. It's almost like picking up a broken mirror and trying to put all the pieces back together. It doesn't always fit too well. It's just it's kind of depressing when you think about it. Truly it is. And sometimes some veterans that I have seen, people who served for a while, sometimes we sit there and we look and, we go, is our sacrifice worth it? What are we fighting for? Because we see what's going on throughout the world. We've been deployed to multiple areas sometimes, and, sometimes we see what's happening in the nation, and you sit there and you wonder, why are we doing this? I mean, nothing's changing. If anything, things seem to be getting worse. Why the hell did I waste my life? And it's sad. It really is sad, and I am guilty of having those thoughts. I see things that's going on around the world and here at home, and it's just like you sit there and you go, what the fuck did I fight for? Why did I sign up? Why did I give up my life just so assholes can ruin it when I get back home? I'm guilty of that. Truly, I am. But, something happened this weekend. I saw my best friend get married to the woman he loved. And let me tell you, they have been at it for like 7 years. It was a long wait for them to finally get hitched. But that made me realize something. Seeing them up at the altar, seeing them saying their vows, putting on the rings, kissing and dancing, and just, you could feel the love, and you can just feel the joy from everyone, the family, the friends, the church. Just, it was a very wonderful experience, and it made me realize that right there, that's why I served. That's why we all served. We gave up our chance to have that type of moment. We gave up our chance to go to school, get a good job. We gave up our chance to be in that position so that other people, our friends, our family members, our countrymen can have those opportunities. We're out fighting or even being garrisoned in other countries, keeping the peace so that people back home don't have to. They won't have to pick up a rifle. They won't have to march 12 miles with a rucksack. They won't have to drive into combat, fly helicopters. They won't have to fight. Because we're doing all that for them so they can have beautiful and wonderful moments like my best friend's wedding. And, this was the first real major event I've been to in almost 8 years. I mean, hell, I haven't even celebrated my birthday in nearly damn 6 years, if that tells you anything, because I'm usually gone. I'm usually out training somewhere. Anyway, sorry, sidetrack. It's just, it made me realize that my sacrifice, in my opinion, was worth it. I gave up my freedoms, and I gave up my chance to start a family at an early age. I gave up my chance to build basically a home or even a different type of life so that everyone else could, so that my family would be safe, so that my family could continue to prosper while, I was in uniform, marching around, driving tanks. A lot of cool stuff, don't get me wrong, but, I missed out on a lot. But I think it was worth it. And I think more veterans and more people, we need to come, sometimes you need to step back and you need to look at the good that's coming out of this. Like, it's very easy to get sucked into a lot of the negativity in this world. But when you see the positivity coming from it, it's really good and it's really powerful. So, I mean, if you know a veteran, who might be suffering, sitting there, just like, oh, why'd I do this? Why'd I do that? But, remind them that it's because they chose to do what so many don't do that others are able to live. And, I get it. We do have homeless problems and poverty and, all that other fun stuff. But, hey, I'll tell you firsthand, from a lot of the countries that I visited, sometimes our most impoverished or, low income citizen lives a lot better than the rich income citizen of some of the nations I've been to. And no, I am not lying. You can ask a lot of people who's been deployed. They'll probably tell you the same thing. And, I don't regret joining. I mean, I fired all types of guns, rockets, missiles, grenade launchers. I've driven multiple vehicles. I've got to travel the world. I mean, I've done a lot of stuff that many young men my age haven't really done. And, there is some changes that happened to Core personally. A lot of people say that once I got back from being deployed, I became a lot harder and a bit of an asshole. Actually, a lot of an asshole. It happens to people. Sometimes certain places can change you, and certain events can change you. But I'm telling you right now, seeing that wedding, it made me realize that we're doing the right thing. We are, it does suck giving up a lot of our freedoms. It does suck giving up a lot of our time. And it sucks being away from the people that we love. But I think we can sleep soundly knowing that while we're out suffering, they're out flourishing. That's just my thoughts, Darksiders. I'm not making this video for oh, thank you for your service, or oh, you're such a good man. Nothing like that. I just wanted to share my thoughts. I just felt like it's a message that needed to come out so that people can see and that people can, realize that we give up a lot. We give up a lot. Oh, till next time, Darksiders. Thank y'all very much for watching.